So the basic premise of the first chapter of Presuppositional Apologetics is basically that we're not to stand on any secular means in which to share and defend our faith. The first chapter reiterates like a million times that we are to stand on the authority of God's word. Firstly, lastly, beginning and the end, from start to finish, we're basically to stand on the authority of God's word because it's the only thing that can change men's hearts. It's the only thing that can bring true conviction. It's the only thing that cuts, to the bone of these people to soften their hearts. And typically they're on, sand. Everything they believe, everything they have come to understand is built on, soil that sinks beneath them. Where we stand on the rock, we stand on the word of Christ as our conviction. So presuppositional apologetics basically is really simple. It's just everything that we gather starts with the truth of God's word, that we don't have to try to prove it. It's already in the hearts of men. God has written his law upon our hearts, so every man knows there is a God. Creation cries out that there is a God. We don't have to further drive that point home because even though they choose to disbelieve it, just because they suppress that truth doesn't mean it's not hidden in their hearts. So when we speak to them, we're basically addressing the heart issue. That they choose in their rebellion and their disobedience or defiance to God to reject him. So we start with God's word is true. It doesn't matter. We don't have to create hypotheticals in regards to God's word. We start with the premise that it is true and go from there. So basically, the unbeliever, the heathen, those that choose to be an atheist or whatever, they say all these things in their folly. They say these things because they are foolish and because they've become defiled. But they know that there is a creator. And the knowledge that they have comes from God. So any amount of knowledge that they have accumulated is from God. And so to deny that shows inconsistency in their belief system. So we basically expose that. It hasn't gotten much into how we go about doing that, but that is the premise of the first chapter.